Welcome to the Entrepreneur Happy Hour, where we dive into the world of business. I'm your host, Kimberlee Denise, and each week we will bring you inspiring interviews, insightful business trends, and stories from entrepreneurs around the globe. Join us as we explore their journeys, uncover the highs and lows, and everything in between. Whether you're an aspiring entrepreneur or a seasoned business owner, there is something here for you. So sit back, relax, grab your favorite beverage, and let's talk about business. Burnout is a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by excessive and prolonged stress. It can lead to decreased performance and productivity, feelings of helplessness, and a sense of detachment from work. Friends, I wanted to come back with a pre-launch episode of the return of the Entrepreneur Happy Hour and just talk about burnout. The reason I'm talking about burnout is because I myself experienced burnout. When I first launched this podcast, I had high hopes and all of these different things that I was trying to do, but I hadn't truly mapped out a plan of execution. So I was spinning my wheels, meeting with different people from all over the world. I initially wanted to launch my podcast in my hometown of Memphis, Tennessee. I found that many people, people that I've known for most of my life, were skeptical or didn't want to be guests on the podcast, whatever their reasonings were. It was almost like I had to sell something to them. And I had to pivot, and I decided, you know what, this is going to be a global podcast anyway. And so I began joining Facebook groups to connect with, network, meet people that I otherwise would not have met. Found some really cool groups just for podcasters to be able to find guests and be guests on podcasts. And that was great. Well, one of the things that I wanted to do, I wanted to vet people before bringing them onto the show, just so that the interview that was recorded sounded authentic and it didn't sound like I didn't know the people. So I would set up 15-minute appointments and I would chat with people just to screen them before the podcast, and then we would set up an hour's time for Zoom to record the podcast. It was a conversational interview, unedited, right? So I didn't edit the podcast because I wanted to save myself some time. But there's still editing, as you know, right? You got to add your intro, your outro, if you've got pre-roll, mid-roll, all of these different things. If you're adding a description, if you're creating a transcript, different things that you're promoting. And I found myself doing all of these tasks and doing something really exciting, but it was something that was not being monetized. And mind you, it's not always about making money, but the podcast wasn't my main business. I'm a coach, and so I'm spending my time coaching people. I'm on calls, doing all of these things, and all of this vicarious trauma and different things that people in helps, people in service, coaches, counselors, pastors, different leaders may encounter from just talking to people and hearing about their problems and helping to create strategy and all of these things. Well, little did I know that the podcast would begin to become a burden for me. So I had to take a break. And when I tell you I took a break, I broke. I broke. It was just hard for me. It became a burden for me to try to create episodes, and I had lost my spark for creativity, but I was putting so much time into it, and I hadn't thought about automating tasks or anything like that. So I just wanted to share a little bit about my story so that you know where I am and what I went through. And now I have a plan in place so that this podcast doesn't have to fall by the wayside, right? And so I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about burnout. So I've talk to you first about what burnout is, right? I'm going to give you some statistics. I gave you my story. I'm going to give you some statistics. And then I want to give you some ways to be proactive to prevent burnout in your work. Okay? So here are some statistics. According to a study by Gallup, 76% of employees experience burnout on the job at least sometimes, and 28% say they are burned out very often or always. The World Health Organization has classified burnout as an occupational phenomenon, recognizing it as a legitimate workplace issue. Entrepreneurs are particularly susceptible to burnout. A study by the University of San Francisco found that 76% of entrepreneurs reported mental health concerns, including burnout. So here are some signs of burnout. 1, feeling exhausted and drained most of the time. 2, experiencing frequent headaches or muscle pain. 3, changes in sleep habits and appetite. 4, a sense of failure and self-doubt. 5, withdrawal from responsibilities and isolating yourself. All right. So I want to give you some tips on managing and preventing burnout, but then I also want to give you some practical things that you can do in your business as well. All right. So number 1, prioritize self-care. Ensure you're getting enough sleep, eating well, and taking regular breaks. Number 2, set boundaries. Create a clear distinction between work and personal time. Number 3, delegate tasks. Don't hesitate to ask for help and delegate responsibilities. Number 4, stay connected. Maintain a strong support network of friends, family, and fellow entrepreneurs. Number 5, seek professional help. If burnout is affecting your mental health, consider speaking to a therapist or a counselor. So now I want to give you some tips on using automation, outsourcing, and planning to prevent business burnout. Okay? So number 1 is leveraging automations. Use automation tools. Examples are email marketing. Tools like MailChimp or ActiveCampaign can automate email campaigns, saving you time on manual email sends. Social media management. Platforms like Buffer or Hootsuite can schedule posts in advance across multiple social media channels. Customer relationship management. Tools like HubSpot or Salesforce can automate sales and marketing processes, helping you manage customer interactions more efficiently. Invoicing and payments. Services like QuickBooks or FreshBooks can automate invoicing, payments, and financial tracking. Let's talk a little bit about workflow automation, all right? Workflow automation. Zapier. It connects different apps and automates workflows between them, reducing repetitive tasks. If this, then that creates automated workflows for personal and business tasks, enhancing productivity. Let's talk about effective outsourcing. Identify tasks to outsource. All right. So administrative tasks. You can hire a virtual assistant for scheduling, email management, and customer support. Content creation. You can outsource blog writing, graphic design, and video editing to freelancers or agencies. IT and tech support. You can use external IT services to handle website maintenance, cybersecurity, and tech issues. Accounting and bookkeeping. You can hire an accountant or bookkeeper to manage your finances and tax preparation. Finding the right help is important. There are freelance platforms. You can use websites like Upwork, Fiverr, or Freelancer to find skilled professionals for specific tasks. Specialized agencies. You can partner with agencies that specialize in areas you need help with, such as marketing or HR. You need to make sure that you are clear on your communication and your expectations, all right? Create detailed briefs. You can provide clear instructions and expectations to ensure tasks are completed to your standards. Have regular check-ins. Schedule regular meetings or check-ins to monitor progress and address any issues promptly. All right, strategic planning is going to be important as well. I want you to make sure you're setting realistic goals, short-term and long-term goals. You can break down your overall objectives into manageable tasks and milestones. SMART goals: ensure your goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. All right, time management is going to be important. You need to prioritize tasks. You can use methods like the Eisenhower matrix to prioritize tasks based on urgency and importance. Time blocking. You can allocate specific time blocks for different tasks and activities, reducing distractions and increasing focus. Regular reviews and adjustments are going to be important. Monthly reviews, you can assess your progress and make necessary adjustments to stay on track. Flexibility, be adaptable and willing to revise plans based on new insights and changing circumstances. But let's not forget about work-life balance, friends. Scheduled breaks. Incorporate regular breaks into your daily routine to rest and recharge. Your personal time is going to be important. Ensure you have dedicated time for personal activities, hobbies, and relaxation. By implementing these strategies, you can significantly reduce the risk of burnout, maintain a healthier work-life balance, and ensure your business runs smoothly and efficiently. As we gear up for the relaunch of the Entrepreneur Happy Hour, it's essential to address these issues and make sure that we are supporting each other in creating sustainable, fulfilling business practices. That's all I have for this pre-launch episode, friends. I'm looking forward to the podcast coming back on August 1st, 2024. Set a reminder. You don't want to miss it. This new format is going to include some longer form interviews. We're going to have some short form kind of story sharing type of interviews, and we will also have episodes like these where I'm able to come to you in a way that I love, kind of facilitating and teaching a little bit, giving you some tips that can help you. All right. Also excited about written content as well on the blog. So make sure that you are connected with us. Our socials are in the description, but also you can visit our website at www.theentrepreneurhappyhour.com. Until next time, friends, cheers to your success. Thanks for joining us for this special teaching episode of the Entrepreneur Happy Hour. We hope you gained some valuable insights and practical tips to apply to your entrepreneurial journey. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review if you enjoy the episode. Stay connected with us on our socials and visit our website for more episodes, sponsorship opportunities, and upcoming pop-up events. Until next time, keep learning, growing, and pursuing your dreams. Cheers to your success.